Hello, everyone. Welcome to William in the Magic Box. Today on our show, you're going to have Santiago. Santiago is from Quito, in Ecuador. So let's see what Santiago has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, hello, Santiago. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for taking the time this morning for the interview. Thank you.
No, thanks to you for the inviting to your channel and this interview. I think it's really nice and funny. I was watching some of your videos,
Thank you.
so that was really like having fun and it's like you're talking with your friends, speak about
Yes.
some things in life. So yeah, I think it's nice that.
So tell me, how was your evening last night?
My evening last night was okay. I was joining some friends of my high school. We
Mm-hmm.
used to join at least one time per year. So last time was in last November of the last year. So that was really nice to talk with them and speak about our lives and other things. And yeah, it's so much fun. Of course, I get almost at midnight, 1 in the a.m. So I'm not accustomed to that time, but that's okay. I mean,
Tell me where you're from, Santiago.
I'm from Ecuador in South America.
I see. Where's about in Ecuador?
Have you ever been here in South America or in Ecuador?
No, I haven't been to Ecuador, but I'm originally from Brazil, so we are neighbors.
Yeah, Brazil is amazing. I was there in Rio de Janeiro, I think in 2020, so it's really nice. So of
I
course Ecuador is up, or Brazil. It's really close to Colombia and Peru. I think it's amazing. Even it's a tiny country if you compare with the others.
Uh-huh.
But we have almost everything. We have four different regions. We have the Galapagos Island, Amazonas region, the Sierra region with a lot of volcanoes, mountains, and lakes,
Wow.
rivers, waterfalls, and also you have the coast with different wonderful places. Also, so yes, I think it's really nice.
How far are you from Quito, the capital?
I live in Quito.
Ah, you live in Quito. Oh, I
Yes,
see.
I'm from Quito and I live in Quito. Of course, my parents, they're not from here, but my
Uh-huh.
mom came here when she was 16 years old. She's from
Okay.
another city, and my dad is from the coast. But yes, I was born here, so yes, I live in Quito.
What's the biggest joy of living Quito, in your opinion?
The biggest joy,
Of living Quito, in Quito, what do you like the most about the city?
I think I get accustomed since I'm a child to wake up really surrounded mountains and volcanoes. That's amazing. Of course, it depends on the weather.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, for example, all of these 2 weeks, I think, almost every day, if you wake up early, you may see at least 3 or 4 volcanoes around the city. So I really love that to be
Wow.
surrounded of these volcanoes. And I mean, some of my activities I do, I love doing hiking and trekking and climbing mountains. So of course, for me, that's amazing to wake up really close to the mountains.
And what do you do for work, for living?
Uh, I work in an engineering and building company,
Mm-hmm.
and they work for oil and gas services and other companies. So I am there, the commercial coordinator.
Okay.
Or they have two lines of sellings. They may
Mm-hmm.
sell the whole service with the projects and all of this stuff, and also they have just one line for selling materials to the customer. So I'm the boss of this area.
I see. Amazing. Okay, Santiago, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey so far, okay?
Okay, that's okay. That's fine.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Yeah, of course, I think it's really nice sometimes go into past and open this
Amazing.
box.
Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Full of random fun questions. What I'm going to do, I'm just gonna play a song just for us to relax before the first question. Okay?
Yeah, that's really nice. Fine.
Let's do it. Yes, you can always dance with me. Before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to answer, you don't want to talk about, always can change and take another one, okay?
Okay, that's perfect. Don't worry. I'll let you know.
Amazing. First question is describe yourself in one positive and one negative word only.
Only one.
Yeah, only one word, positive and negative.
Positive, I think, resilient.
Okay,
And one negative, perfection. I always have this problem to try to have the things always perfect.
I see. And saying that when you think about yourself, when you analyze yourself, what's the biggest joy of being Santiago? What do you like the most about being you?
I think it's about this ability of adapt to the things. Of course, at the beginning, sometimes it's hard and it's challenging, but in the meantime, I really get accustomed to adapt to different changes, even in my health, in my life, even some things. So I think that's the most important, John, because that this ability of adapting, I think,
Mm-hmm.
let me explore new things
Yeah.
and open things that maybe never ever expected that I used to like it, like writing poems. This page is from behind me. It's made for me. You see
Oh
the
my God.
pyramids, climbing mountains, writing poetry. So yes, I think that's really nice.
Oh my God, I love those three pictures behind. So it's your artwork.
Yes,
Wow,
yes. I think that I made this in 2021,
that's beautiful.
2022. I started to do this. I realized about, I think, since the pandemic, during
Uh-huh.
these years, I realized about this connection of make catharsis with the art, through the art. So I started again to write poems. Even I have my own page for the poems. And also this one. This was the first things I used to start doing.
That's beautiful.
So yes, even in my room, I have a bigger one. Biggest one is it's almost 350 of this stuff. So it's really big one for the
Wow.
color. So for me, it's really nice is to have this way to make catharsis. So
Wow. And do you commercialize those as well, or just do for you?
I try to commercialize and to sell
Mhm.
it, but I have always a busy life. Sometimes it's really challenging to
Yeah.
get this time. And even for me, I mean, some people ask me about if I may sell it, but in my case, all of these four paintings I have here in my flat, it means something for me. It's like
Okay.
every time, for example, these ones means my three chronic diseases I have. So it's like almost two of these ones are really similar, like this one and this one.
Uh-huh.
And of course, the other, the most hard illness I have, it's this one is the biggest. But even it's like getting accustomed. The day I decided to create these three paintings was like having made this piece with, okay, I have these three friends in my life for the whole life. So it's like, okay. And the other, in my room, it's like a diamond.
Okay.
And like infinity diamond, I could create this effect. So for me, that means like in life, always nothing is done. I mean, if you have any problem, you have even you have happiness or sadness, it, it never ends because always you may find another thing behind it. So it's like, okay, maybe today is so bad, but maybe tomorrow is going to discover something new.
That's beautiful. I love the fact that during the COVID, you found some time for you to express your art, to create some art, some poems as well. I think being an artist is the best way for you to explore it and you can do different things.
Yeah, that's the reason I can sell it just for selling. You know, it's not about, for me, it's not about the money for selling. It's
Mm-hmm.
about the people could have the same experience I have with this. So for me,
Amazing.
the best thing is like, okay, if you want to buy me this, we may go for a coffee, talk a little bit about your life. If you're really happy, really sad, you break up with your couple, you are going through something that's really bad, and you need to express it. It's like,
Okay.
okay, it's like you feel that connection with this.
Amazing. I love it. Next question. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yes.
Okay, Santiago. Next question is if you could stay any age for the rest of your life, what age would that be and why?
Age. Oh my God, I'm not really old one, so I just have 34. So if I analyze my all of my years, I think I stay in my actual age, my 30s, after my 30s, definitely.
And age for you is something that bothers you, or you just feel as a matter of life?
About this age, about my 30s.
About getting older, when you know the fact that do you feel like it's
I
comfortable
always
about it?
feel, I'm feeling right now that, of course, it won't sound like I have 100 years, but I really feel like every year you go through, you're learning more things.
Yeah.
So for me, getting old, it's like getting much more wisdom about some stuff, and sorry, and
Okay.
also about uh, continue creating this mature version of you. Because,
Mm.
of course, if I compare my thoughts from my 20s with right now, it's like, oh my gosh, what I was thinking at that moment. Right now, I always think totally different. But I think that's really nice to make going through the past and compare your decisions and your stuff. And right now, it's like, okay, right now I think different. So for me, getting older is this opportunity to continue learning these
Yeah.
things and trying to find this purpose for life. Uh,
Totally. Yeah, I think aging, it's a beauty behind. I think it, as you said, it's being wisdom. You have some, learn some different lessons. You see the world in a different way. So I think there's always a beauty behind. Do you have a big family, Santiago? You are a small family.
my closest family is just my mother and my mom and me. Being
Okay.
honest, just two because my father he disappeared since I was born.
Okay.
So always has been just my mom and me.
I see.
But of course, if I talk about my whole family, yes, totally. I think we are at least 60, more than 60 people. Because
Oh,
my
wow.
mom, she has six siblings.
Oh,
And all of these siblings, my aunts and uncles, they have at least three or four children each one. And these children also right now, my cousins, some of them right now have two or three children. So it's a huge family, being honest. So I remember some years ago, I think in the 80s, maybe, where my grandma get a 80s, the, we tried to be the whole family in Cuenca. It's another city. They're from there. We were almost like 40 people, 45, and we weren't all of
oh.
them because some of my cousins from Quito, they couldn't travel. I have some
Uh-huh.
people living in US, living in Spain. So yes,
And which person in your life you feel more close to right now, more connect with?
with a person or with a feeling or with the activity.
No, which person you feel more connect with
Ah,
in
which person? I think I have three closest people right now. One of my best friends right now. I'm working with her. She's like my sister. Her name is Vero. So every day we talk about all of the things that happen in our lives. My mom, of course, because right now even we don't live together in the same city. I try to talk at least by WhatsApp or maybe one time or one time per each week or 2 weeks by video phone call. And of course, my boyfriend, he lives in Germany. He's from Germany,
Oh, wow.
so I'm really close to him. Every day we try to have at least, well, of course, when he's in Germany because he used to travel a lot. So when he's in Germany, we try to talk at least 2 or 3 times every day by video phone call, and we're really close to this, even through the distance. So I think these people are the most closest people right now I feel with.
Wow. Okay, as you mentioned, your friend, the first one, so she's watching this interview right now, and you have a moment, an opportunity to send her a message. What would you say? You can say in Spanish first, and after you can say in English. She's watching.
No, she understands in English because even last week, sorry, last month, my boyfriend was here in Ecuador, so she was trying to practice her English. So I think it's really nice. So for my sister Vero, I think I told her, thanks for all of this supporting through these 11 years of friendship, in brotherhood. Thanks for being there. You're so amazing. You have an amazing soul,
Oh,
and try to continue keeping this peaceful in your soul and continue sharing this light with the rest of the people in the world.
beautiful. I love it. Amazing.
Thank you.
Next question. Okay, so before the last question, as I could see your eyes shining talking about your boyfriend, so tell me, how did you guys meet up for the first time?
Yes, I'm so happy with him. Yes, definitely. Even this last month, and no, yes, July. I'm lost in time. We got 1 year together. So yes,
Wow.
so yeah, so we met here in Ecuador, one more than 1 year ago in July, but last year we met here. The first day he was arriving to my country with a
Uh-huh.
friend, with his friend to visit Ecuador, Peru, Chile, Bolivia. So the first day we met, and since that moment was, I always told him since the first moment he was here, and I really feel like home. This
Wow.
is this peaceful moment that even you don't need to talk. It's just about looking at the eyes and feeling this peaceful moment. Since the first moment I met him, I felt like he was my home. So
Wow.
it's really interesting because right now I told him, because of course last July, last year we couldn't share a lot of time here because I work a lot and he was just maybe 1 week and a half here in Ecuador. And so I traveled to Germany December, January. I was there. He was here in June, the whole month. So after I came back from December, and January from Germany, I discovered a new concept for home, because before that, I love to travel a lot
Mm-hmm.
also. And the world, not like him, definitely he's like, oh my gosh. Um, but always when I used to come back to my flat, I was, oh, this is my home. It's like, oh, it's the peaceful moment. But when I came back in January from Germany, I feel like the half of my home. So
Oh,
with him, I discovered that right now, for me, the concept of home is not a physical space. It's about this home, this you have about the feeling with someone. So right now, he's my home. Of course, right now my home is divided. We are far. Of course, when we're trying to handle that and find a solution. But yeah, so we met like this.
beautiful. I love those love stories. I love those people when you meet it. And as you said, you felt that's the right one. You felt like home. You felt like, my God, this is a special person.
Yes, definitely. Because I remember some years ago, maybe in my 20s, I had a relationship and by distance, but not really far from here. I mean, it was like 1 hour driving from here. Yeah, it's not really far from, and it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And right now I'm talking about an ocean of distance
Yeah,
and 7 hours or 6 hours of difference. And yes, since the first moment when we start talking and continue talking and chatting every day and having this feeling, someday we decided to talk about, okay, what we wanted to do with this. And I remember he told me, I'm not sure what God is trying to tell me with this, but I really wanted to do with you.
oh,
And I was like, okay. I thought I didn't need too much time to think about this. I was like, okay, I
hmm,
wanted to do. So yes, I think when it's the feeling, it's the moment, it's like the right moment. It's like everything in life. When it's a
yeah.
moment for good or for bad things, always that's like the perfect moment for having that.
And where's about in Germany he's from?
He's living in a city called Nuremberg. It's almost in the center south of Germany.
I see.
Um, so yes, he lives there.
I see. Actually, when I was checking your profile, I could see a picture of you holding some flowers in the airport. I think when you came to Europe, I think he was expecting you. You were holding some flowers. So
The
beautiful.
last picture, being honest, was here when he was here
So when
in
I was,
June. Yes,
okay,
and I mean I was so busy that I needed to post many things of this winter time with him. Even I was blondie and gray. Right now I'm brunette again because this is my nature color. But I
I
used
see.
to I used to be like blondie, gray, white hair for almost 5 years.
I see.
Um, yeah, so that picture is when he was here. When I
I see.
was when I went to the airport and I was waiting for him with one of
Oh,
my other closest friends. Yes.
sweet. Very sweet. Next question is, what keeps you up at night?
What might keeps you out at night?
What keeps you up at night? What's something that's if you wake up in the middle of the night, you cannot sleep. What's about? What's something that keeps you up at night?
I think it depends on. I told you I have some illnesses. One of my illnesses is fibromyalgia. So sometimes it's not about the things at that moment in my life. It's about I'm going through a crisis of my illness, so that affects my sleeping also.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I wake up just because of that. But of
Mm-hmm.
course, I think other moments is when I'm really worried about something with my closest family, relatives,
Yeah.
or when my boyfriend is traveling somewhere and I'm trying to be pending that he's arriving okay. So sometimes I wake up and I'm watching like, okay, where's the flight? Where's the flight? Um, and of course, when I'm sick, definitely. I think, but besides that, I think no. I always try to meditate before sleeping and stuff, so it helps me to sleep better.
Mm-hmm. And what's the meaning of life for you, Santiago?
What is the meaning of life right now? I think right now the meaning of life is like a huge adventure. I really want to throw this, and of course I want to go join this adventure, but also give something to this amazing adventure, like the
Mm-hmm.
thank you for that. Because right now I've changed many things during these last years. Even I became vegan. I'm vegan right now 3 years.
Wow.
Uh, so right now I'm a sportman, doing hiking mountains, going to the gym and do stuff, traveling, discovering things. So right now I have this feeling about, and of course right now with this distant relationship, and he travels a lot also. So I really wanted to continue discovering more this world, like this adventure of life, and trying to get this purpose to give a meaningful thing for the people when I pass away to another experience of life.
Amazing. Okay. I think it's as you said, life is an adventure, living life. Sometimes a challenge comes, sometimes beautiful things comes. It's always like a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's like a roller coaster always. I think it's
It is
in
the
my
beauty.
case. In my case, with I have this fibromyalgia for almost 12 years, yes, 11,
Mhm.
12 years. That's a lot of time. So during this time, I learned that I try to get accustomed to this experience because sometimes I'm going amazing in my working out and I putting a lot of pounds and getting a lot of muscles, and suddenly this crisis appeared and
Yeah.
everything goes to the garbage again, and after that crisis I need to start again and again. So yes, right now I think I'm much more peaceful with this. I'm still
Beautiful.
working on that, but I feel so much better with this. But long before, I used to be really challenging for me and sometimes hard to accept this experience of going up and going down. But I learned it. Even I'm a big fan of one of the Latins, the biggest Latin singers, Shakira. I'm a big fan of her since I'm 5 years.
Wow.
So I remember when she was going through this hardest moments in her life some years ago also. She was talking about this. Life is about that, always going up and down. And you need
Hmm.
to go this to handle the life because life is not linear. So it's like
Hmm.
this always.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 questions left. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. The music.
Okay, next question for you is who are you most thankful for and why?
I guess that's really hard for me to choose a person, just one, because many people uh, give me something, a lesson or learning in my life. But I think I have 3 people. I couldn't. I definitely I can choose one, just one. I think it's of course my mom, my boyfriend, and one guy. He's from Mexico. His name is Marco Antonio Rigil. He used to be a person of some TV shows in Mexico. Right now, he has a podcast. So some years ago, 2020, 2021, I started to listen to his podcast, and I really changed it after that many things in my life. Of course,
Amazing.
my mom also, she's amazing. She's been through many hard things in their life, and right now I learned to this resilience from her because she's really strong. She always
Hmm.
was this hard woman, and also she was raising by herself a child.
Wow.
even working just as a housewife here in my country, a housewife that doesn't earn a lot of money. So
Mm-hmm.
that's amazing for me. All of the things I learned, and of course for my boyfriend, this this experience about discovering the life, about the loyalty, about this capacity, this ability of saying, I have this compromise with you, and I'm giving my word, and this real meaning of, okay, I'm with you no matter what happened.
Wow. Beautiful. Two questions left. Let's do it.
Yeah, almost finished. Yeah.
Yeah, time is flying. It means we are having fun. Before the next question, tell me how was for you growing up as a gay boy, in Quito, in Ecuador? Did you have support of your mom or friends, or it was quite difficult for you?
Being honest, my experience was different. I mean, each story of each person is different in this community because until my 25, I think before my 25, I didn't feel any attraction by by men. Even I had some girlfriends in the past, but I remember the last girlfriend I have. We broke up and she was cheating on me. So I was okay. I'm gonna focus just on my scholarship, my studies, my working. I used to work and study at the same time, and the mountains and stuff. So no, I was traveling almost 5 months to US, and after I came back to from US to Ecuador, yeah, that was the first time I got this curiosity because something happened about in one swimming pool in the gym in US when one guy was trying to flirt with me, like talking.
Uh-huh.
And I went, okay, what happened here? That was strange for me because I was 35 and never ever that happened before.
Right.
So for me, being honest was at the beginning was a really hard experience because of course I came from a religious family,
Yeah.
totally religious family.
Yeah.
And even I was studying in a school, a high school, university. All of these ones were religious. So of course I have this both thoughts about it's right what I'm feeling, it's not right. I remember I was going to the church many times, crying, praying with God, trying to find if it's okay or not. And I
Uh-huh.
feel just trying to explore this life, even hiding, because at the beginning, almost 2 or 3 years, I was dating and having some relationships, short ones, with guys, and all of the time was hiding for everybody around me. And in one moment, my second formal boyfriend, we decided to live together because at that moment I felt like that. I felt like, okay, it's fine. We want to live together. So at
Right.
that moment, I decided to, okay, it's the moment to talk with my mom, to talk with my closest friends about and this feeling. And I told him, it's not about I don't like women, but right now I have the connection. I have this feeling with this guy, and definitely, I'm not sure. I remember when I talked with my mom, I told her, I'm not sure if this guy is going to be for my whole life or not. Maybe not.
Yeah.
But right now, I have this feeling that I'm happy at that moment. I was happy at that moment, and I really wanted to share that happiness. And because it's when you hide something, it's not. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like a freedom. Since that moment, everything was changing. Everything. Thanks God. I have an amazing mom and closest friends. Like because of course I'm the only child, but
Uh-huh.
all of my closest friends are like my siblings.
Yeah.
And so I have an amazing people surround me. They were accepting all of this stuff and being there. Even my mom, of course, at the beginning was hard for her for some months, but after finally she got accustomed, she told me, "I love you more than this." Of course, for
Oh,
me, it's a little bit tricky because I have this religious part, but I love you more. And if the only thing I wanted for you is you may be happy. So when I see you happy, it's fine for me. So since that moment, for me, has been a really better experience. And every year for getting older, I learned to be much more free. Right now, I don't care about the things and the things. And besides, in my country right now, it's trying to change that. Even it's a
hmm.
religious country, but it's much more open to LGBTQ plus community, even about the places, even about handle the hands with the women between men in the streets. So it's not really hard of course, there are other cities,
Mm-hmm.
not really big ones as Quito.
Yeah,
Of course, when you go there, it's for people it's like really strange to see this. But at this moment of my life, being honest, I don't care because it's my happiness.
wow,
And I remember when I broke up with one of my with other boyfriend, I told him, remember that you have just one life.
yeah,
Or at least we know just this life. We don't know what's going on after.
yeah,
Um, so when you will die, you may give you may give this lesson or this result of the life to the most important thing in your life, yourself.
totally.
But
I love your connection with your mom. You know, you are so open to her. You are so, it's like a friend for you. You know, when you said, when you had those feelings, you just share with her. You told her that you don't know if it would be forever. And I love that because I think, you know, have the support of your mom for sure for you. It means a lot.
yes, definitely, because after I think I told it in 2020. I told her about I like guys in 2019 before the pandemic.
Yeah,
Yes, in these 5 years, many things have happened. So yes,
nice.
definitely, she always has been this supporting. And always, I remember since I was a child, she was trying to be this friend with me, be there. That was the reason at the beginning for her when I told this was a little bit complicated to accept. Even I remember the first thing after I told her I like guys and this stuff. I'm dating this and la la la. She told me I don't. It didn't affect me because you like me. It affected me because we used to be friends. Why
Oh,
you didn't tell me before? So I told her I'm not sure because I wasn't sure. I mean, it was for me at the beginning. It wasn't like yes, I just like men. No, I was like okay, right now I like it. So I wasn't sure about what's going on after. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Maybe later I wanna meet a girl and be okay. So why
you
tell?
you're just discover yourself. You're just follow your intuition, your feelings. You didn't know. It wasn't very clear for you. I totally
Yeah,
understand.
yeah, exactly. For me, and in that moment was like that. Right now, I'm much more sure about what I think and what I want to do in my life. At that
Yeah,
moment in my life, yes, definitely, I was exploring a new world, because it was like, okay, I discovered this part of me and trying to accept and be free about God is not judging me. And I'm not
yeah,
gonna go to the hell and this stuff. So, yes.
amazing. Good. Next question is, what is the scary thing that happened to you?
Scary thing. Uh, yes, I mean, it wasn't the scary thing, but I think it was the most challenging moments in my life. I've been through this 34 years. I think that was 1 year and a half. I think that happened. I was abused by some guy, by one guy here in my flat. He came here. We agree about the dating and stuff, and maybe he gave me something about I get sleep and stuff. So I think at that moment was the most scariest things I've been through in my whole life. Definitely
Wow.
was a really hard moment to handle that and to go through this moment and even trying to forgive yourself because the first thought about when you've been abused is your fault all the time. So thanks God, I decided to create a really a triangle. I remember when you go to the psychology, they
Mm-hmm.
always give you must have these supporting people. So I have three closest friends, Vero, Vale, and Javi. They're my siblings always. They have been in my life, very, very important in my life. And they tell me, and after 2 months I was better, I decided to tell all of this to my mom.
Amazing.
um, I think that was the scary things I've been through in my life, too,
Wow.
because you never expect, after your thirties that this happened to you, and
Totally.
even going to the doctor, trying to have some tests and being judged by them, like, why did you lay that? It's like, really?
Of course, of
So
course.
I think that was the most scary things in my life I've been through until now, of course.
Thanks for sharing, Santiago. Thanks very much. I think, as you said, talking to close friends about it and open up somehow helps you to go through it and to healing for sure.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, definitely. I really have a good connection with God. Of course,
amazing.
I'm Catholic, but of course, I don't agree about some things and
Yeah, yeah,
religious. But I'm really close to God. Definitely, I can't say no
amazing.
because He has been many times in my life. Even through this fibromyalgia, there are many people that even they can't stop, they can't stand up from the bed. And
Totally.
me, of course, right now I'm going. These days I've been through a really hard crisis, and so I've been paid from the stuff. But even with these things, I could go to the gym, I could continue working, I could do this stuff, you know. So for me, it's a miracle. So that led me this connection with God and these people was the best thing I had at that moment, and made catharsis. At that moment, I was writing poem, maybe
Okay.
1 year before that. So yes, I think I was writing the most the sadness poems until I always have aberration until now, at the moment.
Wow,
But that was amazing because going through these poems, each poem I was writing, I was reading the last one, and I was feeling okay. Maybe when I was writing this, I had this a lot of pain. Right now, I feel better, and I feel better. It was a process, and
that's
definitely, I think that's important to create this, have people surround you, and find a way to express what you are feeling.
amazing. Last question, ready?
Yeah, the last one. Oh my gosh.
How do I say last question in Spanish?
Última pregunta.
Última pergunta, the same in Portuguese. Let's do it.
Yes.
Okay, before the last question, as you mentioned about Shakira, you're a big fan of Shakira. Tell me your three top favorite songs of Shakira. Three favorite songs.
Oh my gosh. For me, it's really tricky though because I love almost all of her songs, but I think it should be Antología.
Okay.
Um, Two. Um, and another favorite song. I have many favorite songs of her. Yeah, Acrostico, I think.
I, okay.
Yes, these three things. Uh, every time, it doesn't matter if I'm happy or sad. Every time I listen to the song singing live, I always cried. Every
Oh,
time I was listening to these songs in her concert, I was crying because I have this really connection with every part of these songs. Maybe that's
um,
the reason.
very good. Last question is, what is the most memorable lesson you've learned from your mom?
Being resilient. I
Amazing.
remember she always was telling me since I'm a child in my by days, don't worry, my child. Tomorrow the sun is going to appear. Of course, it's something that happened every day, but it was this metaphoric word about tomorrow the
Mhm.
sun is going to came out again. So don't worry. Maybe today is really dark, but every day, the sun is going to appear, no matter what happened.
Beautiful. I love that. Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to say one word and you just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
One word for family.
Supporting,
Money.
uh, traveling,
Fear.
challenging,
Life.
adventure,
Love.
home,
Religion.
catharsis,
Politics.
complicated,
Sex.
um, enjoyable,
Friendship.
um, family sometimes,
Okay. Desire.
inspiring,
Regret.
mm, learning,
Success.
thankful,
Okay. Wish.
mm, pleasure,
One word for happiness.
mm, family,
One word for vegan.
lifestyle,
One word for Quito.
Mountains.
And the last one now, Ecuador, one word.
My home.
Actually, one more, one word for Shakira.
Um, Inspiring.
Beautiful. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your boyfriend for a coffee and I'm going to ask him, define Santiago in one positive word and one negative word only. What he would say about you.
I think the negative, sometimes I used to get really crappy sometimes, or angry about my mood. It's like a
Okay,
roller coaster sometimes. Maybe that. Good one. Being original. He always told me that. In this original and an adventure guy.
amazing, very good. Let's play now Santiago and the magic box and you can ask me a question. All right. Okay, Santiago, can ask me a question now.
Yes. What has been the most challenging moments in your life you've been through? And learning from that moment, what advice you may give to all of your audience to handle these kind of things?
Wow, beautiful question, beautiful question. You know what? I've been through different challenges in life that I'm grateful for them because I learned something. It made the person I am today. I'm very grateful for those challenges. But the first one that came to my mind is, for me, the challenge when I arrived in Portugal when I was 19 year old. I left Brazil on my own, alone, to go to Europe. So I arrived in Portugal when I was 19. And when I think about that, it was one of the biggest challenge for me ahead because I was in a country where, everyone was very different, the culture as well, even though it was the same language, for me it was difficult because to adjust myself to that new lifestyle, that, new life. Um, it was very challenging for me because back in Brazil I was already living on my own, but my parents were like 3 hours away from me, so I had a plan B for me. If something happened, I always had a plan B. When I arrived in Portugal, there was no plan B anymore, just plan A. So for me, one of the challenge moments for me was to start a new life as a 19-year-old alone, far away from my country, from my culture, from my family, from my friends. So I was alone. So for me, it was one of the most challenging time in my life. However, the second part of your question, I would say that the biggest, advice or the biggest learn of it is you're never alone. There's always people that's gonna cross your life. They're gonna help you somehow. As you said about your mom, that the sun is always gonna, shine again. It's the same thing as well. Of course, it's not easy for you sometimes to be alone. Sometimes you think that, but there's always like God's gonna send you people to cross your life. And I can tell you so many people that crossed my life since then that they become, I call them angels because they became friends, they became family, they became people that when I look back, it's like, my God, it's just, when, if you're feeling alone, if you're starting a new journey in your life and you feel lonely, trust me, it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. It's normal to go through that. However, life is gonna introduce you beautiful people that are gonna come to your life. They're gonna be part of your life. They're gonna teach you something. You're gonna learn something. You're gonna teach to them as well. And I think that's the biggest advice I would say for people. You're never alone. Trust me, you're never alone. Even though if those people haven't arrived yet, there's always someone that you can talk. There's always someone that you can approach. There's so many friendly people around the globe that you can approach them through supermarkets or in a cafe or in a in a store, or it could be anywhere. There's always someone that you can talk to. You know what I mean? So trust me, you're never alone. So and of course I was 19-year-old. I didn't have this knowledge. However, when I look back, I understood that people, they come to your life in the right time and they are precious. So yeah, that would be my answer for you.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's perfect. That's really admiring us because trying to go by yourself at 19, you're really young. So
I know.
but, most of the time, the people think that in 19s and 20s it's about this part of your life of just having fun, and you went through this
Yeah.
very yourself. This that's really admiring. And that's amazing. Thanks for the
Thank you.
advice also.
Thank you so much. Did you enjoy the interview, Santiago?
Yeah, I was really, being honest, I was really nervous about this at the beginning a little bit. Before I was thinking was, wow, if he made this question, what I'm gonna do and think about it was okay, it's just having fun. But yes, I really believe about these vibes of people.
Hmm.
And even when I was watching your some of your interviews on YouTube, I was feeling that yes, he has a really nice vibes, this
Thank
friendship.
you.
So I felt that even that the time was flying right
I know.
now. So that was really nice. I really felt really comfortable talking about your life, my life, like two friends of some years, drinking coffee about lives.
We meant to have this moment right now. I think that you know those moments in life, as you said, you're not sure, you're a bit nervous, and guess what? We just made memories right now. I think this is gonna be here forever for people to watch it, and I'm so thankful for you to take your time for the interview. Thanks again for taking the challenge, and also I'm so happy that you are having a great time with your boyfriend right now. I think it's amazing to cross people's life and you are having this great, beautiful connection. Send my regards to him, send my regards to your mom as well. I think it's beautiful, this connection with your mom. And it was a pleasure having you on the show. It was amazing, okay?
Yeah, thanks to you also. The same good vibes and blessings for you and for your interviews and activities and things there. And hopefully one day when I'm living in Europe, we may go in real
Yeah,
life for a coffee.
absolutely. When you come to London, we can have a call for sure. I never been to Quito, to Ecuador before. When I come to Quito for the first time, we're going to meet for a call for sure.
You're welcome to Quito, and also I may give you some advices about many different places here.
Before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by before you go.
Yes, I think the only advice, I think it's never give up. Never give it up. It doesn't matter how dark life looks like sometimes.
Mhm.
There always even a tiny or small light. So try to handle on this. Try to focus on that. Of course, it's not easy, but always try to find one blessing in your life. Even breathing, even just waking up every day is a blessing in your life. And never ever compare with others. Just live your own way and journey, and but never give it up about living and try to find yourself in this life.
Amazing. Muchas gracias.
Ah, a ti igual. Muchas gracias.
Thanks so much. Have a great day and enjoy your weekend, okay? Bye
You
bye.
too. Have a great day. See you.
Take care. Bye bye. See you.
Bye bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye. See you next time.